Yo, welcome to episode 3 of I'm Not Hoopin' Today podcast, hosted by me, TK, and Markel. One of the things we're gonna talk about today is
Trying to figure out how to word it because I don't want to call it enemies. Basically, it's somebody you don't like or you don't get along with that you consider an enemy. If you find out somebody talk to them about you, somebody you're cool with.
how do you feel about somebody you cool with talking to someone you don't like?
That you consider an enemy.
Consider an enemy.
Yeah. Do you think
Is it betrayal or
is it betrayal? Is it fake? Is it not that big of a problem?
it depends on what
Enemy.
I don't
I'm
expect
gonna use enemy.
enemy. What's an enemy nowadays? I don't think
Enemy now, I'm talking about the type of enemy we would consider an enemy. Somebody you ain't got nothing for. If you see them, it might go down.
I don't think I had them type of.
I don't either, but it's just a topic. How do you feel about that? Actually, you know what? I do. I'm not going to say, because I'm too grown for it. If I see them, it might go down. But there's a few people that
I
just
think,
don't
no
like.
lie. So, all right. So I always think about my kids in every situation.
Correct.
So nowadays, I look at everything as I don't want nothing to take me away from my kids.
Correct.
So I think of both sides. Like I don't want to get into nothing.
You stay away from the drama.
All of it.
Same here. But that's not answering what I'm asking.
It's not. But
So this is what I'm asking. Here's an example.
move it up. Pause.
Example. Let's say you in a relationship. Am I not working? Hey.
Look like something orange over there.
It is orange right here.
Did you mute it?
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
You good.
All right. So let's say you're in a relationship and your girl is friends with someone who you just don't get along with.
That shouldn't happen.
Nah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So
that's betrayal.
Male or female? Well, you know what? Let's not even.
Once you
okay,
say.
let me put
so
it this
once,
way, because
once,
I made a post about it the other day, and I put, if you talking to someone about me or sharing info about me with someone who you know I don't fuck with, period, you are now the enemy. That makes you the enemy too.
I don't think it make you the enemy. I just have to. You done now.
So this is why I consider it making it an enemy, because I've been in a situation like this before. It's equivalent to you cheating on your woman getting mad at you, and now she's open to talk to anybody that'll listen. And let's say this guy who she know you ain't never got along with, now they're all of a sudden best friends, and she's sharing whatever information with him that she can.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he does this, he likes, you get what I'm saying?
That's a person reacting.
It is. But the reason why I say it makes you an enemy is because even if you don't think you're doing nothing wrong,
No,
you're helping
the enemy. You helping the enemy.
You're feeding the enemy.
Yeah.
Everything he could possibly. Let's say, oh, he likes to go to the
You
gym
giving him
Tuesdays.
ammo. Yeah.
Exactly. So you become more of an enemy than
The enemy.
the enemy. That's how
I
I
agree.
look at it.
I mean, that can be. I can see that. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's definitely something that you can be considered the enemy from that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's how them dudes be getting caught slipping. You know that.
Yeah.
Them baby mamas be setting
Feeding
them up.
information to yeah.
Oh, he was talking to Tasha? Okay. Man. But yeah, it was something else I wanted to talk about. I can't remember though. How long's it been since we did this? Week and a half?
It's been longer than a
That's
week.
crazy.
It's been like
2 weeks?
2.5.
That's crazy. He had to take some time off.
I had, not only I, but you did too.
Yeah, I had to take some time off too. Blood pressure was high. Man.
Well, all right. So I had, I had something I wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this was something I thought about the other day. why do females always say, why do females always accuse the dads of kidnapping the kids when it's not, they don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have seen that numerous of times
Or
where,
you get the kid or something, have him a few days, couple of hours longer than you're supposed to, or you kidnapping my
or
baby.
like the dads want to see the kid and,
Get the kid.
man, let me see my kid. No,
You ain't gonna kidnap my baby.
and then you just grab your kid and then leave. Oh, you just kidnapped. Now
just
you
gonna
calling the
kidnap my baby?
police, putting that out.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
That's
Just
a
my-
female thing.
It is a female thing, and the reason why I say that is because you got so many women that talk about how the man don't do nothing, the man won't see his kid, won't
Right.
do nothing for his kid, and it's the same with the guy that's like, hey, can I come hit? When they get to acting real shiesty about you even coming to get your kid, like if they mad at you or upset at you, I think a lot of it comes from just simply resentment. It's a tactic to use for revenge or something like that, you know, to seek vengeance or something against you. So if you think about it, kidnap, that's a big word to use. You getting all kinds of time for that kidnap word.
Right.
So if you call and
But-
say, hey, he just kidnapped my son.
But the female don't look at it like that.
I,
Like, they not looking at the consequences
I
that
think
you
they're
can
looking-
pay that involve the law.
yeah, that's why I say it's like them seeking vengeance. Once
'Cause
they
it's-
call
it's-
the law for it, because they know how serious it is when they say, he just kidnapped my baby. They don't say, my
No, I
father
don't
just
think-
took,
Right.
the
Right.
father of my kid just,
Took-
they always jump straight to, he just kidnapped my baby.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of like, I look at it the same way as I look at the whole child support thing. Like, most people get put on child support once the female mad.
Vengeance.
Yeah. And then
Vengeance.
and I don't know the percentage, but they don't even get all the money that they take from the person.
You mean like when you pay child support,
When you
that
pay-
parent don't get the money that you pay?
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
if I'm paying $50,
They're only getting like 37.
yeah.
That's true. So you want to know something crazy that I found out about child support?
What's that?
This would have been in like June. So I had a child support hearing, and it was to lower my child support. They're like, how much you pay? I'm like, I pay this much. They're like, well, when she showed up, she was like, yeah, I think I should be getting more. And he was like, well, based on this, you're not going to be getting more. Because I was paying straight out of pocket. It was to establish the child support
In
through
the
the
system.
courts.
Yeah.
So I was paying out of pockets, and he was like, well, just so you know, it's going to be less than what he pay you. So he told her the number, and it was like $70 less than what I was paying her just out of pocket. So after he set everything up, it was like the amount that she was getting was like $20 less than what the establishment was. And I was like, man, like that's crazy. So I'm like, should I say I'll cover that that extra $20? And he was like, well, whose insurance is he on? When he was first born, I asked for him to be on my insurance. Nah, I got insurance. She didn't let him. So because he wasn't on my insurance, they was charging her like an extra $20.
Dang.
So if he was on my insurance, she would have been getting the whole established amount that she was supposed to get. But because he wasn't, they was taxing her for that.
That's crazy.
So I was like, you know what? Because I remember when I asked her, it was a vengeance type thing. Oh, you ain't putting him on, you know what I mean? It was all vengeance. But child support,
she screwed
vengeance.
herself.
She screwed herself. Bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How long you been on child support?
Oh man, I remember the day when it hit me. I was sad. That hurt it.
Like yesterday?
Man, they snatched everything.
Everything.
I was like, what? Man, I looked at my account. That's what it was. Like, I remember going to get some money out my account, like at nighttime. I went to the bank. I grabbed like $100. Next day, I go to work. I'm like, I ain't finna I'm gonna just go back to the bank and grab like $30, $40 for the week just to finish the week out with food. And I went and couldn't get nothing.
Couldn't get 30.
I couldn't get nothing. I'm like, yo, how don't I have no money in my account when
Absolutely.
I had like 3,000 in there.
Absolutely no dollars.
I'm like, where is my money? So I look on the app. It was like it said it was some child. It was like some child support or something. I was like, man, this some bull. That shit hurt it. I ain't gonna lie. I went back to work sad as hell.
Man,
I went back to work sad.
listen.
That hurt it. I ain't gonna even lie. That at that time,
Now, did you know it was coming?
no,
Oh, you didn't even know it was coming.
I didn't know. It was just a surprise.
Ooh.
It was all a surprise. That's why I was hurt. I'm like,
You feel
what?
defeated when it's how old were you? Because that have a lot to do with it too.
27.
Ah, nigga, you was grown as hell.
No, but I
You
didn't
was
have.
grown as hell.
I didn't have kids till 25.
I know, but oh yeah, I forget about that. I forget about that.
So this was 2 years in. Like,
you feel defeated though,
Yeah.
especially when you don't have no knowledge on how to handle it, how to go about it,
Nothing.
what to do, who to talk to. If you feel you're being done wrong, who do you reach out to? You don't have none of that.
Man.
Them women, boy, they can write a pamphlet on who to get with.
man.
And if they don't know how, they know somebody who know how.
Yeah, it's always one that's gonna lead them in that direction.
Exactly. Nah, I remember when it first hit me. It was vengeance.
Yeah, same.
Vengeance.
Same.
Straight vengeance. But she told me,
But
she was like,
no, see, she did say that. It was I was hearing the
threats.
the threats.
Just threats.
And then after that though, once I heard the threats, or once it hit,
After 7 threats.
no. Once they took the money, once they took the money, then nothing else mattered. Then I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Oh yeah, you an enemy. You an enemy. You been talking to FOC, so you an enemy. No, I will say this, because I'm a fan of child support, and I'll tell you why I say that. It depends on the situation. So mine came straight like this. We done. Oh, nigga, I'm going to make your life a living hell.
See, I don't believe in it in all right, so in my situation, I don't believe in it. In your situation, I don't believe in it. Only because in your situation, like, I can say with you and, well, with one of your kids, y'all got, you and her have a great job.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no need in there, I don't think.
It's absolutely none.
Yeah.
None. Absolutely
So
none.
I don't, that makes no sense. That
None.
makes zero sense. Zero in that situation. In my situation, nigga, they should be paying me.
Not only that though.
Which one of them
if
do?
If it come to that, why are you paying child support? Just why? Like, what good excuse is there for you to have to pay child support? There's no excuse.
Yeah. I shouldn't have to pay.
There's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. I'll tell you like this. Well, you know this. We know guys. We're cool with guys.
Oh, man.
That ain't seen their kids in 7-8 years. Don't pay no child support. They actually take care of old girl down the road a lot better than they took care of any of their kids.
Man.
What good excuse is there for some people to pay child support that shouldn't? It's no excuse. I mean, I get the whole, it just makes it easier because you don't have to deal with getting the money from the dad when kids need something.
Another thing I don't like is I don't like the guys who think the child support should just pay for the kid everything in life.
No, that's not, like, basically I pay child support, so I don't gotta do
I don't gotta do nothing.
Nah,
like that shouldn't, because it's people that do that.
Yeah,
and
that's
think
true.
like that. I don't think that's right.
That's true.
Even though I don't think a lot of people should be put on child support.
And that's where the system gets screwed. It's kind of like when they was giving them COVID loans. Like, it was a lot of people that needed the COVID loan and a lot of people that didn't need them.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that need to pay child support. Man, most of the people that should be paying child support don't even pay child support.
That's what I be saying.
That's just how the game been
It
going.
is, man. That's crazy.
That's just how the game with my ex, for example. Remember, her daughter was on all my stuff.
Yeah.
all my insurance, everything. The dad hadn't paid child support 15 years, didn't do nothing. I think like 2 birthdays, he might have got her something for her birthday or something like that. That brother had it made.
Yeah. But the moment you out the situation, you get on child support. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like that.
Same.
Made.
Yeah.
My uncle said something a long time ago, and you gonna know who I'm talking about. Man, they make me not even want to have a job. Bub. Bub said, man, they make me not even want to have a job.
Man.
Bub said, man, what I'm working for?
I'm killing you.
What I'm working for? Nah,
No, look. I remember when they took his change out of his account. When they took his change, he told you
it's change.
his money out from his account, his bank.
No, who took it? Child support? Oh no, he ain't tell me.
He was heated.
He ain't tell me.
Man, he was heated.
No, that clown ain't tell me that.
Yo, that man, he was heated.
Oh, that
He
man.
had me rolling when he told me that.
They just went and got it. He didn't know nothing.
Snatched it.
Defeated. That's what when you get to talk about what I'm working for, you defeat. I'm gonna tell you what it was. You know, you get paid on Friday, Wednesday. You already jot down everything you gonna do with every dollar you get. So when Friday come and 10 of them things you was supposed to do, you can't do. You don't know how to act. He said they stunning. Now I knew mine was coming my first time. I knew it was coming. She had been threatening me. I had already started getting mail, and they just kept.
See, I
saying
never
it.
was getting mail. I was hearing the threats.
Yeah, she
But
made
but
sure.
I probably was getting the mail. No lie.
Just
I
not
just
paying
don't.
attention?
Yeah, cause I hate checking mail.
Throwing it?
Yeah. I'm like, man, ain't nothing in the mail for me.
So
especially
listen.
look, especially especially when all my mail go to my parents' house.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, you ain't checking that.
No, the crazy thing is, how do they get all my mail and me and my pops got the same name? He only know when I got a check coming.
I'm gonna tell you how.
Look, it's always, yo man, you gotta, he call.
Oh, he don't call you about nothing else. He don't call you.
Phone
Let you know.
ring. Yo man, you got a check here.
Hey, you gotta let him child support. He don't say none of that.
Nothing.
Hey, somebody sent you something about a card.
Man.
Nothing. Hey man, you got a check
You
coming.
got a check here.
Oh gee, that's why.
I'm like, yo, how you only, you don't
Hey.
even, all my mail stay in one pile, but when it's a check, it's open. I'm like, how you know when to open it?
They could tell you if it's a check in the mail by the way the mail carrier toting that bag.
Man.
If the mail carrier toting that bag on the left hip, it must be a check in there.
Yeah, that man crazy.
He said, hey man, you got a check
You
on
got a check here. Like, god damn, you always know when somebody got a check.
That's funny. Nah, that vengeance, that's something else, man. Something else.
You good.
I'm good. Man, I cannot believe I had something that I wanted to talk about. That is crazy.
Would you, what is it? Would you take $1 billion right now? Right now. $1 billion in cash. But you can only live for 5 days.
Of course not. Now, if I can only live as a billionaire for 5 days, yeah, give it to me.
What you mean? Yeah, you can.
I mean, what I mean is if I got to burn that billion in 5 days, yeah,
You can
I'm
do what
good
you want with it.
No, you ain't get what I'm saying. If the only way I could keep living is if I got to burn that billion in 5 days,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
taking that deal. But no, I ain't. Nah, $1 billion to live for 5 days, like you just said. I got kids. I ain't trying to let nothing take me away from that.
For real. No, but you can leave. You want to leave it for
I'm
them?
straight. I'm
I feel
straight,
you. I
bro.
feel you.
Because
I feel
think
you.
about this. We're fairly young, and we have kids that are young. If we take that billion right now and be dead in 5 days, and kids is billionaires, in 7 years, we might be stepdaddies to them. They're going to have another real daddy and remember us like we were stepdaddies.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
Might be meth heads, crack heads.
Ain't no telling where they gonna go.
Yeah. We paying child support too.
And that's
Ooh.
why I think about every move I make. Every move I make, I always think about my kids. It's sad that the other parent don't, but
Somebody do. I'm not going to say every move I make, but 90% of the moves I make, I think about them. Nah, I'll say it's every move I make.
it's every move I make.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say this. Out of all my kids' mothers, I've been lucky but with one. Just one.
I've been unlucky with 3.
Just just
All
just,
of them.
just one, bro. I've been lucky with all of them. They all do their thing, do exactly what they supposed to. And it's only one who I didn't agree to pay this amount for, because remember I said I was overpaying for one. But it was only one who I was like, I'm not paying that much for. And I ended up paying that much for him anyway for like 2 years. And then after 2 years, it went down. But like you said, though, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, man, you should never have to pay no child support. Because that put a sour taste in your mouth and it make you act a certain way, too.
It do. Like, it forced some people to act like that. Well, just let the child support pay it.
Yeah.
Because when I first got put on, I was on that.
And being young, remember I said,
Yeah.
how old were you? Like, being young don't help either.
That
If you young and you on child support,
it's like,
it's like jail. When they say you 18, you want to do 35 years or you can go to trial and face life. 35 years is my life. It's not.
right.
So if you getting that money taken, I'm broke. Like if I'm about to have 500 and now I'm only got 270, bro, I'm broke. I'm working for nothing.
Yeah.
That's domestic check. Like that's how them dudes get hands on with them women. Attitude. Mad attitude. You have stepkids?
Yeah. You?
Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel about I'll ask you this. Do you think it's easier to be a stepfather to a kid or a father?
Easier?
Yeah.
Father.
You think it's easier to be a father
Yeah.
versus a stepfather?
Yes.
Why?
Because all right, so with my kids, it's easy. Parenting is easy to me.
Parenting is
Only
I'm not going to say it's easy.
No.
It's simple because you can use simple tactics,
The-
but
the-
it gets to be
so-
a struggle.
the struggle come from
Personalities when they get older, bruh.
Well, mine's
don't you
still
say-
young.
Don't you say
mine's
personalities
ain't
is a
mine,
no?
well, I can't say that because mine's still young.
Nah.
They
6, he's got his personality already.
so they
11 definitely got the personality.
I can control all that.
No, you can control that to a T.
I can't control. Well, you can, but
You
at
can't control
15,
the personality. You can control some of the actions. That's it. That's really all you can
I
control.
don't
is
care
some of
about
the,
their personalities. What they
the personality is what drives them to do some of the things that they do, though. Your
you
6-year-old,
you can steer that.
with his personality. How easy? How
How
easy has it been to steer him?
See, I
to
can really,
being
I can,
easy.
I can really just whoop his ass the whole time. I just don't want to whoop him.
Then you'll be paying a little bit more child support.
Nah, he'll just be getting more ass whoopings.
You won't be having that custody. You won't be having none of that.
I can tear his ass up. I choose not to whoop him.
With his personality, do you
I
think
just think
just
it's-
beating him down will help him?
No,
Because with that personality, he will be resistant to whoopings. With his personality. He's got like that. Remember them kids in school where like we're in class and we're like, man, you know, the teacher having a hard time with this dude. How can he act like that in front of everybody? Like, man, he act like he grown. Them students. That's like your 6-year-old.
yeah,
He's one of them students, like
Right.
giving that teacher the run for the money. Like ain't backing down, don't care who watching. Like it's only him in the room.
yeah,
Everybody else naked.
yeah. Ghosts.
versus, let's say, Malachi. Malachi more so, basically, if you mad at Malachi probably sad. He's probably like, man, like I don't want daddy to be mad at me. Versus Lil Extendo, who you mad at? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like you can be like, man, shut up and go back upstairs. He's gonna go upstairs and be back down here in 2 minutes.
Right.
Malachi, man, shut up and go upstairs. Malachi gonna go upstairs. He'll fall asleep before he come down here. He'll wake up and think it's tomorrow before he come back down here.
That's a fact. But
That personalities is what drive kids to be different and do certain things that other kids don't do. You say that's easy.
but I like all their personalities. Like even
I like all my
the
personality
6-year-old,
too.
I believe he gonna be the one. I believe he gonna be more driven than all
He's
of
the
them.
smartest one, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because he's more aware of everything that's going around.
Everything.
He's more in tune on what's going around. And
He want to
asks
be.
about
Yeah,
everything.
he asks about everything. He want to be
But
involved
you know,
with everything.
your baddest kid, Jayla, your baddest kid normally always end up being the smartest kid, no
Yeah.
matter what decisions and what choices they make.
Because the rest of them, they shy.
They're scared.
They scared. Yeah, it's just so much. They hold back so much.
Correct.
So they don't get the experience fully.
So, my question, is it easier to be a father or a stepfather? The reason why I asked this is because for me, it was easier for me to be a stepfather, and this is why I say that. When I was doing stepfather for like 14 years, I think it was, I was still her father. I consider myself her father. You know what I'm talking about. With her, I never really had to chastise her. There was a few times where I like got on her about something, but like with my kids, it's easy to get to the point where like you want to spank them. It's easy to have to always try to keep them straight because you always, my kid's not about to be acting up.
Yeah, but listen, with step kids, I feel like when you gotta hold back so much, that make it harder. Holding back make it harder.
So again, maybe I feel different because I said I was lucky. I think I was very lucky with
Your
her.
stepchild wasn't a problem.
It was easy.
Yeah.
Like so easy. And then like, so this is what I'll get at. For maybe about 2 years, like me and her relationship was better than me and my older, my 1 year younger. Me and her relationship was better than me and my son's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because, and he wasn't bad. It was the like, I need you to do better type of thing.
Yeah.
And he's a boy. So with her, it was more so, hey, look, man, don't be stupid for these little dudes out here. You know what I mean? With him, it was more, hey, man, you need to, get yourself together, get up and start being more, you know what I mean, hip to what's going on around here. It was easy for me with her because I didn't have to do all the chastising or the yelling. For me, I think it's hard because you got to yell at your kids. You got to make sure your kids are trying to, some dudes treat them step kids like they birthed them though.
It go both ways.
Yeah.
It go both ways. Cause some people treat the step kids better than they treat their kids.
Correct.
But then you got some people who treat step kids like step kids.
Red-headed stepchild.
Yeah, like you ain't mine.
That ain't my kid.
Yeah.
That ain't my. So this is what I'm getting at. Have you ever came home with McDonald's for your kids
No.
and told the step kid, go make some noodles?
No.
Go
I
make
never
some
done
noodles.
that. I never done that.
All right.
All right. No, I would never do that.
No, all right. Like, all right,
See,
good.
I wouldn't even do that with a kid that's not even my step kid. Like
A kid, period.
a kid, period. I wouldn't leave and go get food. If it's kids at the house, I'm not finna go get just my kids' food.
Have you ever waited for there to not be other kids at the house before you go get food?
Kinda. But I make sure all the kids eat.
I
make sure they eat. I never send a kid away hungry.
Well,
like,
if
not
your kids,
fed.
if it's time to eat, it's time to eat. Everybody gonna eat.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. There's
So
been
if it's-
times where I'm like, man,
No, so
I'm
if
about
it's-
to wait because like I can't
Yeah.
even afford to like go get
I can't
everybody
afford
food.
all the kids.
Yeah.
It's mad kids here, so I can't
Yeah.
afford each one of them fast food. So all y'all gotta eat this. Now, if it's later on in the day, I might, okay, now we might can go get McDonald's or something for y'all. It ain't so many kids.
Now that's more like it, right? That sounds like a
Yeah.
plan to me.
Yeah, so I never, but I'm not gonna send a kid home hungry.
Man. No, I ain't sending nobody home hungry.
Yeah.
That's what it was that I wanted to discuss.
What?
Have you ever went to a girl house to chill and like the kid ruined the vibes? Like for y'all ever even
course.
talking again?
Of course. Yeah.
What was it that did it for you?
With the kid?
Did you know she had kids before you went there?
Yeah. So all right, one situation was the kid the kid just like she was basically saying, well, my son going with my mama. So, I'm
So
like,
you was
all right.
expecting to get there and the kid be gone or getting picked up?
Kid was gone. But when I got there, kid was there. So it just the whole vibe was just off. Everything was off.
Was he awake?
He woke up.
Wouldn't leave
And
y'all alone?
and it felt like right at that time he woke up and
Like right when it was time to get busy.
yeah.
See, that is him waking up is what ruined it.
It's like they got a sense for it.
You played yourself,
Probably.
and I'll say this. He woke up right when it was about to happen. If he woke up any time before that, would you been all right with it?
If he woke up
Let's say he woke
Like he
up
woke
10
up-
minutes after you were there.
after,
Yeah.
like if I came and we ain't got there
Y'all
yet,
just chilling.
and then
right
he
now.
woke up.
And he woke up.
It would. What you
And he
mean?
just kind of
Would
like
it-
hanging out
would it been
with
a problem?
y'all.
Yeah, yeah, it
It
would've
still would have
been
been a problem?
Yeah.
Oh, you was just going for one thing only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd have been the problem. You ain't never talked to her
We
again?
talked. Yeah. I did
No,
what I was
bro.
supposed to do.
I said, have you ever went to somebody's house and their kid made you not ever talk to him again? Have you ever
No.
had one of them situations?
No. No, I haven't.
Me either.
Where you get that
Me
from?
either. Just because, like, I've had situations where I went to somebody's house,
The
And
kid
like-
messed up the night.
kid messed up the night.
Yeah.
And you know what? So, again, I've been decently lucky with that because I date older women. I talk to older women. So, normally, I'm going to say 90% of the time, the
Kids
women that
a
I
lot
talk to,
older.
their kids are grown.
Yeah.
So, it's only been a couple of times. And the first thing I think is, see, that's why I don't mess with these little young motherfuckers. Like, them 2-3-year-olds running around, don't know how to lay down and mind their own business.
Remember, old girl we was talking about?
Who?
Man, I can't
Which
even think of her
situation?
name. She was from like Mississippi or somewhere.
Listen,
She had a. I don't know. I can't remember. If she had
did she have a kid
Yes, she had a
while
kid.
we were in school?
Yes.
See, I didn't remember her. She had a kid while we were all in school.
Yes.
Because remember I told you she came over to my house.
I don't know, but
Remember
when
my
I
mom was
went to
cooking
her
the
house,
chicken,
when I went to her house the first time,
she had a kid already.
Yeah,
Because I
her
thought she
kid-
was pregnant. Like she ended up getting pregnant while we were in school.
no, she had a kid.
She just had it.
She had a kid that was
Man,
like
that's
probably
crazy.
like 1.
She was like a year younger than us.
Was she?
Yeah, she was younger than us. Might have been 2 years younger than us.
No.
No, because we
No,
was
she
all.
was-
No, she was younger. I know she was younger than us, because I remember thinking my son wasn't born, and her and Delisha was not the same age. She was younger than Delisha,
Okay.
so she was like a year younger than us.
Could have been.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man. She was already turned up, and I didn't even know that.
What you mean?
Like she done had a kid and
Oh,
everything,
yeah.
bro. Like I was not experienced, all kinds of stuff. Like
I was experienced.
I wasn't experienced, bro. Like I was.
I went over there and got busy.
You want to know what's crazy? I ain't never go over there, ever.
Man,
Like I'd never been to her house. Period.
I've been to her house a couple times.
No, not me. I remember thinking like, I ain't going over there, bro.
And I was trying to get with the sisters.
As you should have. Young like that, get with everybody.
They was the ones though, for real.
They was straight from Mississippi. I ain't. You know
I'm
what? I
saying
never seen them.
The sister. You never seen them?
Never seen them. I seen one, but I don't think she's the
They
one.
was twins.
Yeah. Well, remember? So me and you, remember out in Beecher or something. They used to be at somebody's house in Beecher. Remember? Over by. Remember that little Beecher school we used to play at?
Mm-hmm.
They lived by somebody over there because me and you dropped old Mike off. Remember? Or we picked him up or something. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
I was riding with you and we was taking Mike and you was like, that's her sister. And I'm like, who? And you was like, such and such. And you was like, you know, they twins. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And you was like, yeah, her and Mike go together. But
no, I ain't say they go.
it was something like that. They was either messing around, going together or something. So this was funny. The one that he wasn't talking to was the one that came to the door. Because remember, they had a cousin too.
Yeah.
And they were at the
So they had a cousin.
was, man.
Man.
So the cousin was the one that came to the door.
Yeah.
The cousin and the twin that wasn't the one that Mike was talking to.
Okay.
So I was like, no, I had never seen them. Like, I never seen both them twins.
Okay.
And
Yeah, they
I
was
like,
strapped.
man, that's my cousin. What was that cousin name?
I can't think of none of their name. The cousin was strapped though,
Cousin.
but
She probably was like the grownest looking one.
she was not.
Cause she wasn't like me.
Nah. See, she looked at like, I don't know. She looked at like her age.
I wasn't experienced, bro. So she looked grown to me. Nisha didn't look grown to me. She looked more like our age.
Yeah.
Man.
I forgot about that cousin.
Cousin. That cousin. I can't believe I forgot about.
The twins though, the twins were strapped.
It was wild.
Man, they were strapped.
See, I don't remember them. And
They
then
was
again, when the
strapped.
one came to the door, like I really didn't even see
Yeah,
her.
and
'cause
they was about that too.
I remember, boy, listen. I just remember knowing, like, oh, he chatty, huh? He chatty.
Oh my god.
He chatty.
That shit was
Chatty.
funny. That was funny as hell.
Is that 11 minutes?
I don't know.
This right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's 11 minutes?
I believe so.
Man, how we end up talking about Nisha?
I don't know. I
That's
really
crazy.
don't.
Crazy. What was I going to say?
Last episode we was talking about old girl,
Who?
the little mixed chick.
Straight. Man. Oh, wait. Oh, I remember her. It was somebody that we went to choice with. Can't think of the name.
Remember we went to that party? You don't remember? Like a little house
In them
party. But we
apartments?
was like the only dudes
Them
there.
apartments?
Yeah.
That was a good night.
It was like all females.
Yeah.
We was the,
That was a good night. It was all like
it
we
was.
the only.
We was the only
I
dude.
think we might have been the only ones they invited.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
They was around too.
Yeah. My boo thing was up in there.
I ain't
All
gonna
up
lie,
in
I was in there nervous.
Man, that might have been like the first time I ever been in an environment like that.
I was nervous and I ain't gonna lie.
I wasn't though because I was specifically there for somebody.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot.
It did.
That definitely helped a
But it
lot.
was like
you
3 of them that I had eyes on, and then I told you, and then one of them you sent my way.
y'all start kicking it,
Yeah,
man. Definitely.
but I was still. It was the other ones who I was.
You was still interested in something else.
Yeah,
You want to know what's crazy? They was all like a clique too.
yeah.
Like
All of them.
they all was like at our school in a clique. I ain't gonna lie. It was only one I had mines on.
That dude crazy.
Man,
He crazy.
I ain't have a broke foot then, did I?
No, you ain't had no broke foot.
I was about to say, because I remember I had my actually, you know what took? You're gonna have to bleep this one out. Two one from that night happened in the same summer.
Word.
Actually, two or three.
One of them happened some summers late. Well, kind of when we got a little older, like some years passed.
So it was two people at that party for you
One,
that you messed with.
one at that time, but then another one was
Some
later.
years later.
Yeah.
Man. No, mine was all the same summer. The same summer, bro. I ain't gonna lie, them was good. Listen, this was
good
this was
times.
the funnest part about it.
I remember.
When I lived with my mom, and I had that, her room was upstairs, and my room was that first room by the.
Soon
by
you
the,
come in.
Soon as you come in. So I used to just help sneaking in that window. And listen, because you can hear that door once it opened. And remember, my uncle lived with us, so he was on the
Yeah.
couch. That nigga hear everything.
Oh man.
But this the craziest thing right here. So my mom friend come over one night. I don't know if I told you about this. So my mom, this was the night that we was at that party.
Mm-hmm.
My mom friend was over. When I got back home, they was all on the porch. Remember the strip used to be on the corner. Everybody partying over there on Saginaw by the chicken coop and all that. Remember they used to park over there. So my mom friend
Strip.
leave the strip, yeah. That same night, my mom friend came back through my window. Did I tell you that?
You never told me that. You never told me that.
It was like 40.
Oh my God.
And I just remember thinking like, man, she gonna tell my mama. Cause like she was over there with her like every day. They was playing cards. I'm like, man, she gonna tell my mama on me. She ain't never tell my mama.
Was the one chick your mom friend who we used their address when we went to Flushing?
Nah. You talking about, man,
Yeah.
that was my baby. Ooh-wee.
No, I remember she had cakes.
That was remember I told you she the one. I was like 11 at Jay house. Auntie went to bingo. She told Jay Pup to tell Markel to come here. So I jumped up, went to her house, and she was like, "You want to see something?" And I was like, "Yeah." She gave me a yellow. Remember the pictures? You take pictures and they give you the big envelope and all your pictures be in it.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me this. She was like, "Go home and lock yourself in the bathroom and look at them. As soon as you're done, bring them back, but don't show nobody and don't tell nobody." I went straight to the bathroom, opened them up, and it was all lingerie pictures of her naked in it. I'm like 11, so I'm not thinking of trying to go poke her or nothing.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm just happy. Going through all of them, looking at them 5 different times, like, whoo. Took them back. She was like, "What you think?" I was like, "Man, I like them." And then, remember, was the sister out there at that time when we was trying to use her address?
No.
Because remember, we used to go out there and kick it with her. We went out there with her.
I never seen her sister.
I'll tell you what, her sister went to homes with us.
Word.
You're going to have to bleep it out.
Yeah.
You remember her? She was dancing with Angel and all of them.
Mm-mm.
Super sex. So I was hitting her sister after all of that. And then I tried to hit her because I'm grown now. And she was like, "I'm a woman of God. I ain't on that no more." Oh, broke me. But
This
no,
was after the whole.
This was I was 11 when she did
I'm talking
these
about-
pictures.
You ain't never. You.
No, that's how remember when we was trying to use her address?
We did use it.
Yeah, so I was just cool with her. At that time, I was just hitting her sister.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Before that,
I never knew that.
yeah, I was trying to hit her before I started.
Okay.
But
She was strapped.
man, listen,
I think one time we went over there, she just had a shirt on
That's
or
all
some
she-
shit. I was like, damn.
I'm a woman of God.
How
now.
old was that? She said that at that time?
So around that time, like that's how we got to use the address. Like I had start back talk to her. I was trying to.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Nah, I'm a woman of God now."
Word.
At that time, bro. Like when I was a raging
She
bull.
was playing hard to get.
Yeah.
That's all. Wasn't no woman of God.
But I tell you this,
She wanted you to work for it.
I wasn't working back then. I wasn't working.
Who ain't know how to work for it?
I wasn't working. No.
Who was she? Like,
So she lived in Arger's place. She was just the next door neighbor that was real cool. with
okay, so
everybody.
she was just cool with the family.
Yeah, cool
Okay.
with the family. Real cool with the family.
One of my older sister friends, I remember she was at my mom's house. They was all in there drinking and shit. and she came in the room because remember my room was like in my right
And yeah,
only room
when you-
downstairs
to the back.
to the
On-
back, yeah, straight to the back, and like next right there by the dining room and shit.
You told me about this.
And she came in there, but me and who was in there with me? I want to say Carlos was in there with me.
I forgot them clowns used to be over there.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was in the room at that time. But I remember he was over there. Cause they might have still been outside or something, like trying to hoop. But I was in the house for something. And she came in, cause I had a bathroom back there in my room.
Mm-hmm.
She came in and she was like, I gotta use the bathroom. She never used the bathroom though. She just locked the door.
Oh, came in there like she was in a movie.
Yeah. It was like, she was like, you ain't never seen no ass before. I'm like, what?
No, I haven't.
I said, what? But I ain't saying that at the time because I'm like, it kind of hit me like on the spot. So I'm like, what?
Young too.
Yeah. She like, you want to see? I'm like, yeah. But she done pulled down from the front. And I'm like, damn, then turned around and I'm like, oh my God.
What you do?
And I just looked.
Inexperienced.
Yeah. Definitely.
Inexperienced.
Definitely. Inexperienced to older women.
Inexperienced. Grown, throwing it at her.
I'm like, damn.
Trying to catch a case. She was like off that Heroes, just trying to see if she could get caught.
Man. And every time I seen her after that,
Was
I
it
shot
awkward?
my shot. No, I was shooting.
She was shooting you down.
She wasn't shooting me down, but I always seen her with somebody.
Oh.
Like a dude or something. I'm like, man.
Young nigga.
An older dude.
Oh, straight up?
Yeah, she was older.
I know, but you would think somebody like that ain't messing with nobody older.
Yeah, she was best with older dudes. Dudes who probably spend a little money on her.
Spend a little
I ain't
money.
trying to do none of that.
Speaking of that, what you think about young dudes that's spending all this money on these women?
Man,
Not the whining and dining,
They can
just
do what
the.
they want. They're just tricking.
No, well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
they can do what they want.
That's true.
Let them
Are
learn
you a
it.
fan of it?
A tricking, no. I mean, I'm not. I never.
I'm not a fan of it, and I ain't gonna say they messing up the game because it ain't no game. But
That been going on for forever.
not. So the older guys was
They-
the ones, the sugar
the older,
daddies.
yeah, not even
OGs.
sugar daddies, just older dudes, just
Sugar daddies is
Solid-
30 now.
20. Them little niggas, they spending it. Whatever they, if that's the way they can get it, that's the way they got to get it. I don't have to get it that way.
Me either, bro. Yeah, I ain't a fan of that. You should be locked up for it, to be honest. You should be locked up for it.
Hey,
'Cause- so this is what make me bring that up. Them same ones that ain't paying no child support
them-
for whatever reason is the
Them-
ones that's doing it.
yeah, they got all the free money to do that. Let me decide what I'm gonna do with my free
Yeah,
money.
let me decide, man.
All mine's got to go to something real.
Let me decide. So
That's funny.
I'll say this. People that get Social Security, do you think they should be randomly drug tested and blown for alcohol, just randomly?
I wouldn't be against that.
I think they need to, bro.
Things like that, I believe. Like, even if you're getting child support.
Certainly. Especially with the kid. You should only be allowed to drink and do whatever you go. You should only be able to be intoxicated on your opposite week. That
Yeah.
weekend that the kids is with the other parent, that should be the only
Yeah.
weekend you should be able to be intoxicated. Or
I remember hearing a girl say, she was like, I can't wait to I can't wait. What she say? I can't wait till this DNA test come back so he can get his baby. But what I didn't understand was the dude was trying to get the baby.
so yeah, why you waiting for that DNA?
Yeah, there was
Vengeance. Vengeance, bro. How many times had that baby been with some random,
man.
that
I was
ain't
like,
his father?
man, I almost wanted to just leave from over there.
That's what she was saying? Oh, this was somebody you was talking to.
No, it was you know
Or
this
somebody
person.
you was chilling
This
with.
was somebody I was chilling with, cousin.
Okay, I know who it is.
Yeah.
She said, I can't wait for him to.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
See,
Man,
that
I
would've-
wanted to leave so
That's
bad.
one of, get up out of there. Call me when you get that DNA test.
Man, I'm like, yo, you sound stupid right now.
Have you ever had a DNA test done?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
too.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Was it you requesting it or them requesting
I
it?
requested. I requested both.
Were you on some?
It was the same
Hold
kid.
on.
What?
Was it doing some child support disputes? Because you know,
Yeah, the first one was.
niggas want to get them,
So the
them
first one-
DNA test with that child support.
Yeah. So the first one, when I went to court, he was like, to set everything up. I'm like, hold on, can I? I'm like, or he was like, he ran down everything, and then he was like, or do you want to take a DNA? I'm like, yeah, let me take a DNA. And then they set the date up for
Is
that.
it true what they say?
What?
If you're the father, you got to pay for that DNA test. And if you're not the father,
Probably.
you have to. They probably implemented it in your child support.
Yeah, probably.
I ain't never took no DNA test
No, I did.
through the courts. I got one from Rite Aid.
Oh. So look, I did the one through the court, and I just didn't believe it. It said it was, what's the numbers? The 99 all
Point.
that.
Oh, you thought that .1 was the one?
Yeah, so I did it again, and it came back the same. So I'm like, screw it.
Now, for you to do it twice, did you just really not want to have a kid with her? Were you like, nah, this ain't gonna work.
That
I
one,
cannot
yeah.
have a kid with her.
Yeah, with that one. I'm like,
Boy,
no.
you talking about defeat,
Yeah,
but it ain't nothing else you can do. She
Yeah.
just gotta be your baby mama.
I'm like, this ain't the one. This ain't it.
I've been lucky, except for that one.
Except for the one.
That one. What was that song? Touchdown and cause hell. You don't remember that? I touched down and caused hell.
I don't remember that.
Man, look. From day one, I should have known.
All right, we back. Still episode 3. I'm Not Hooping Today podcast. We had went to a quick commercial. Technical difficulties. What was we talking about?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, well, we can go into something else.
Yeah. What's that?
Candy.
Where'd you get that from?
I told you I felt it in my
Gardens.
pockets. Nigga, this used to be considered penny candy.
What does it cost now?
Not no penny.
Hey, you hear Cameron say he made the right choice taking that shot. He said Mace
What?
was mad at him for taking that last shot. He said he was hot. It was like their playoff game.
Oh, you talking about back when they was in school
He
and
said
shit?
he was
yeah.
hot.
Oh, you talking about
He said, he
you
almost
talking about
got
when
a
Dame
dunk.
Lillard, when they were talking to Dame?
Nah, I don't know who he was. Nah, he was just talking by himself. He was explaining something. And he said, yeah, he was like, look at here. He showed his little highlights. Then he said, I was hot this game. So he said, this nigga Mace was mad at me. So he took the last shot. He came through. It's 4 seconds left. He run. He throw it up with 2 seconds left. And he's show Mace. And Mace is going, mad. So he was like, I look at it like this. Mace, if I would have made that shot, we both would have went to college, got drafted, went to the NBA, and careers would have been over. He said, me missing that shot, I made the right call. You went on to sell this many records before you was 20. I sold this many, and look at what we did. And I said, you know what? If you think about it,
He right.
him missing that shot, he's right, bro.
He right.
Y'all, you know, you go.
I seen something where they was talking to Steph, and Steph was kind of saying the same thing. Like, I think they used to battle, go head to head with Steph, Marbury,
Who?
Cam and Mace. Cam.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Cam
definitely sure.
Like, they used to go at it with Mace.
I'm
And
definitely sure. I think Mace was the better player. Cam just had more footage. Yeah, Cam just had more footage.
I think they talk about that.
Cam just had more. They talk. Of course, they talk about it.
Cam,
He just had more footage.
No.
That's it. Because if you think
like,
about this, he don't talk about how he would have bust somebody. Mace talk about things that he would have done to somebody. Anytime you hear Cam talking about hooping, he always say, "Me and Mace would have."
No.
Mace ain't got a problem saying what he would have done.
Nah, Cam definitely. I believe Cam was probably better. I don't know.
I'm gonna give it to Mace.
Who
He's
is
an honest
somebody?
man.
Who is somebody you think like could have went to the league, or not even if not the league, had a chance to go play
pro somewhere?
pro somewhere?
Like right now, or just period?
Period.
Like artists, rappers, or
No.
anybody?
Anybody that just did from where, like, who we came up with.
Kevin Cornelius.
Yo, I always tell people K is probably one of the best players, like, growing up that I ever seen.
Yeah, easily.
I remember, like, I'm talking about hoop with him.
Easily.
When I remember Yanni telling me, like, my brother play ball, like, he can beat you. I'm like, please. And then I played him one day, like, randomly, like, we had a game at Foss Avenue, and it was against them.
Against Kevin now.
Yeah. And she walked in the gym.
So you knew
And
you was
she
about
was
to turn
like,
up.
so she was look, so she was like, my brother, she said something about him, like he right there or something. So I'm like, all right, like
You had never met him?
I never met him.
Okay.
Never seen
What
him a
grade
day in my life.
were you in?
I can't remember.
You were still in high school though.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. And when we played him, he was going crazy.
Going nuts.
I
So if
mean,
you were still in
crazy.
high school, that means he still wasn't 18 or 19 or 20 or nothing like that then.
No, he wasn't.
Because he's only like 3 years older than us.
But he was like, I mean, we had people a little older on our team, but he was just
running through them.
He was on another level.
This is what's funny. I met him when I would have been 11 or 12 because I think I was like getting ready to go to Holmes. And Ronald, little man, like they all used to hang together. So they used to be over there in that area where I lived on Glen Street.
Mm-hmm.
So like I remember this was back when I was still in the backflips. And like they all was walking down the street. I'm in the yard, showing out, doing my little thing. So him and little man both like did no hands in place. But the way he did it, like how high he jumped, I remember like, man, I gotta learn how to do that. Never could do it, but I just remember like, man, that dude dope. That was that. Now mind you, I'm hooping too. That was that. I knew little man could hoop because I had hooped with him before. So I never seen Cornelius play, period. It was when I got to like 9th grade when I start hearing people saying, I don't even know if he went to Northern, but I went to Northern.
He went to Northern?
Did he?
Yeah, he went
So
to
he
Northern.
probably was at Northern when I was there then. But I start hearing people say, K this, K that. And I'm like, man, who was this nigga? Like, because, this the time I'm thinking I'm all right now.
Yeah.
So never seen him play. And I think like really the first time I ever seen him actually play, because you had even talked about him a little bit while we were in high school. And like I knew him from the backflips, but not a name to it.
Right.
So I didn't never know him by name. And we went in, I think it was when we went to Central, when Jonathan broke the backboard.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had to check Kevin that game. And this was when...
Wait, that was your first time playing against him?
That was my first time playing against him. I knew who he was by name and hearing about him, but I didn't know he was that dude that did them backflips in my front yard. So when we got there, I was like, oh, that's old boy that be flipping.
Yeah.
And that's when you was like, hey, there go K. So I'm like, this nigga like my height. You know, I had just
Yeah.
grew. This nigga my height. And I had to check him like that first game. And no, I ain't gonna lie. I remember thinking, yeah, I'm about to show something on this nigga. I didn't show nothing. And he hit me with a few of these. You know, when he checking me. So I'm crying. You might not know this, but I'm crying like, this nigga holding, bro. Like, this nigga ain't tough. Man, not only was he holding me, he was doing that little pull up from deep shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this nigga make it easy.
Man.
And then
Did he dunk?
no, he ain't dunk.
Oh.
He didn't dunk. Not in the
See-
game, at least. They, all, you know, they was all doing their dunks after and
Like
stuff
when he
like that.
played us at Fourth Avenue, man, that nigga was catching it off the backboard. He was showing out. I'm like, this nigga is not supposed to be playing
Now,
against me right
Listen, remember this too. When he came to Central to hoop with us,
now. Yeah.
remember that nigga wasn't hooping.
Okay.
This is around the time he probably started doing his weed smoking.
Yeah.
That nigga wasn't hooping. He wasn't
Right.
at everybody's gym.
See, at this
He was so out of practice, and he came up there and cooked me on that court. And this was when I thought I was dope.
yeah. See, when I played him, I think he was still
He was in the groove,
in the
like
game. Yeah, still playing.
because we was like 16, 15, maybe
He
maybe
probably-
16.
he
So he
probably-
would have been like 19. That
Yeah,
nigga
he
wasn't
probably
hooping
had
anymore.
older. He probably had older niggas telling him like he the best at this time. Like
When he was hooping with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
he-
that nigga was out of practice still cooking up there.
he was a whole nother level. Like,
Do you remember this? When he hooped at U of M with us?
we
I would have been 19.
No.
No. No. I would have been 19. He only played one game. Nigga probably out of practice. Couldn't handle it.
he couldn't.
Now, if he would have played 2 more games, I would have roped him up because that nigga, his
it was over for
yeah,
him.
he ain't have no stamina.
Right.
But
for real, K was. Yeah, I think.
man,
was
I got out there.
definitely-
I'm like 19, a little stronger, and you know we used to go down there and cook. So I'm like, ooh wee, I got something for him today.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I went down there one day and it was like 2 random dudes who I never seen before, like my height. They was going crazy. I'm like, who is these dudes? There was one light skinned dude with long hair, and then another dark skinned dude, like kind of little toned up. I'm like, these niggas hooping. Like they was hitting everything. They was making everything.
Looking good.
They was going to the hole. I'm like, damn, can't nobody stop them. So I'm like, I get my pride, and I'm just like, I check one. I'm checking him, but then I check him. The other one just going crazy.
So it didn't matter.
So it was like whoever I'm not on, they just hooping.
Man, let me get him. Now this one going crazy.
Yeah, and they ran
Who
off
were
that
they?
whole day. I don't know. I think some dude named Steve, I believe. Man, I come to find out them niggas was garbage.
Just had that good day.
They just had a good
had that good day.
Man, every time after that I ran into them, I ran right through them. I'm like, oh no, they weak.
You want to know somebody who used to cook, who I used to hate giving them props just because they was younger than me, and they really didn't play nowhere either. But Ty,
Who? Taiwan?
no.
Tall Ty?
The mine brother.
Oh, oh yeah, Thompson. Oh yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that boy,
Taiwan.
his
Taiwan was
English.
yeah.
He had
He was-
perfect English.
I don't know how he used to get off, but he used to get off.
Man, you talking about scoring
Pause.
16 quick on somebody else.
Oh my God. Who was that on?
Mike Parks. Janavis Greer and Mike Parks. He did it to
Oh
both
my
of them.
God. Yo, Taiwan was rough. He just
Did it to both of them. He fat now. I can say this. I can say this.
No, for real. He used to can ball.
He
They had a
was-
sister that can ball too.
The handles. I don't even know. I ain't never heard of their sister.
I think she played that Hamid.
You want to know what's crazy? He was dope. Like, I thought he was older than Demine.
Taiwan?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know he ain't.
No.
But just from the hooping, I thought he was older.
Yeah, he was rough.
And
I
like, I
can't
didn't
even
know
lie.
it was his brother. You told me, like, that's the mine brother.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, this nigga dope.
That nigga dunk.
Man, look.
He can shoot.
The handles.
I'm finna tell you, he had
The
handles. Only
handles.
thing, he just was slow, but I
He
don't
was
know.
lazy.
He was lazy.
mad lazy.
Yeah.
Because you could cook him on defense,
But
too.
it was like, he gonna cook you on offense.
Man, look, if game 16, he got all 16.
He can score. He was somebody I literally seen. Yeah, he can score
Janavis
all
Greer,
16.
Mike Parks,
we
he
seen
did it
it.
to both
yeah,
of
we
them.
seen it. All 16. Like he was
He
somebody
was
you
that
can get
before
a
that.
ball and just say, man, go win the game for us.
If you in the church league and you over 40, pick him up. You could just watch.
Man, yeah, he was rough.
You can just watch.
He was rough.
No, definitely Kevin Cornelius. I think he could have made it. I don't even know if Kevin finished high school, though.
I don't know. But
he couldn't have, because if he would have, I'm serious, bro. If he couldn't have finished high school, because there's no way he didn't go play college ball. I mean, he probably finished later. It was absolutely, because you know, when you good like that, you not finishing. I don't even care if you don't want to play no more. When you're that good, you at least got to go play 2 years before somebody can be like, all right, this nigga just don't want to play. He keep jacking up. It's no way. Absolutely no way.
Yeah, Yanni used to try to put me on the spot. Like, yeah, you go hoop with my brother.
Man,
go
that's
rap.
A death wish.
I want you to rap over here.
That's a death wish.
That nigga could hoop.
He could hoop. Like I said, out of practice. Yeah, I'm about to get my rocks off on him today. Nope, rocks ain't off. Rocks ain't off. Lil Man was decent too.
Wow, Lil Man can hoop.
He was decent.
When I met Lil Man, I never seen him when y'all seen him hoop, but when I first met him, he was
coming down to U of M with us too. He was down there when Kevin came down there when I thought I was going cooking.
He was. But I'm saying, when I first met him at the park at Pearson, he was a dog.
Cooking, wasn't he?
Yes. It was like,
so he's never been out of practice either.
He was, and you know what's crazy?
He's never been out of practice.
He was like, he had that slow game like Tyvon.
He was super slow.
Just like Tyvon.
He was
just taller.
He was definitely taller. And so he had more of a mid-range, like he had moves like to get a shot off.
Tyvon did too.
No, Tyvon ain't have no mid-range. Like
he did.
I'm talking about like a post you up, boom, boom.
Yeah. Lil Man definitely could.
Like that
he
Kobe
could.
fade away.
He definitely did. And he'd get on that rim.
He'd get on that rim all the way on.
That was crazy. I remember telling somebody like, no, he can hoop. And they was like, no, he can't. I'm like, no, you just don't know. Or from back then, he definitely could hoop.
I remember when he came down there to the gym, they was talking about like how slow he is. And I thought he was going to be sorry too. Like we was playing cutthroat. And I'm like, man, he lost it. Like this boy ain't got it no more. We got to playing teams and it was so easy. I'm like, man, like cooking. But yeah, he definitely could have made it.
Wait, Lil Man?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lil Man could have made. I think Lil Man could have went to college.
Yeah, he definitely could have went to college.
He could have went to college.
He most definitely could have went to college.
He could have went to college.
The sorry people I done seen went to college.
Yeah. That's what people. What you feel about this saying? Bro, he played at college. You remember that? When you talking about hooping, nigga try to tell you.
People used to think I played in college.
Did you go to college?
They used to think I was in college.
You know what I mean?
Nigga used to think I went and played college ball. I used to cook.
I ain't gonna say that. The like one of the best compliments I ever had being a kid is when them niggas was asking us if we went to Nike camps.
Yes. No, but look, I remember a nigga asking me, a nigga trying to fight me because I was killing a grown dude.
You told me about that.
We was at Pearson.
You told me about that.
I was cooking.
You told me about that.
Man, dog, I cooked these niggas so bad. This nigga was mad. He wanted to kill me. He really did. I was a little nervous too. I'm like, damn, like this big, like strong, he about to put
hands on me.
Man, what's the name? Chuck was like, man, nigga, you crazy. Like
you
nigga,
ain't about to.
Yeah, like you tripping. It was Chuck and who else was
Snook.
It? Wait, it was Snook. That's who it was. Who it wasn't Chuck. It was Snook.
Snook used to be decent too.
Heck shit.
Until we got over 15.
But Snook was the one. He was like, nah, man, you gotta chill. Like you tripping right now.
You ain't got niggas like that in the hood no more. They'll be like this now.
Yeah,
hoping you get whooped on. Just hoping.
Him and what's the name was there? Red was telling him too. Remember Big Dude Red?
Man, where Red at? I know he ain't got out.
I don't know. They was like, nah, nigga, you tripping. I don't know who. I never seen dude, whoever he was either.
He was up there ready to scrap though. Look, bro, that's literally 4 minutes.
But
he's up there ready to scrap.
Yeah, that jump.
Some dudes used to go to the gym just to fight, go to the court. For Filter Fish, Duper,
yeah,
he just wanted to fight. Nah, but he was who else was dope, man? Basketball that just didn't do nothing. Period.
Nothing, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, K was the one. K, I was telling everybody about K. I used to go tell my cousins in Saginaw, like, yeah, K.
What's crazy about him? So, I'm taller than him. He's like literally, maybe 6 foot, maybe. But the nigga that whole family athletic, except for the two light skinned dudes.
Because that's Dion and all them cousins. Yeah,
Ricky,
them
that whole family is super. You can't name nobody in that family that can't dunk.
for real. Hit backflips. Even the little sisters and all of them, they.
He was stupid athletic.
What the hell, Dion?
He was stupid fast. He worked at Kroger.
All right.
Listen, bro. I'm proud of Dion, and the reason why I'm gonna say this is because of this.
Which one? No.
You know which one? Cuckoo.
I know.
Oh, you talking about which Kroger?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like only one Kroger nowadays.
Cause I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, he got transferred when they closed that one down that we worked at. But man, me and this dude used to work together, and I used to talk to his baby mama's best friend.
Who?
Dion, his first baby mama.
Oh.
I used to talk to her best friend. And I remember I talked to her for like 3 weeks, and she started getting stupid on me. She like, oh, I'm pregnant. Started getting real stupid. Like, I know she ain't pregnant. So I quit calling her, quit talking to her. Like, man, look, show me some tests, something. Oh, I ain't got them. We done.
Wait, she was on that?
On that. Now, you know I'm working in dairy, so I'm in them coolers. I hear, Miguel, you back there? She done brought her mama up to the Kroger on me.
What?
So Dion called me on the phone. Hello? Hey, bro, old girl and her mama up here for you. So I hang
You
up.
sound like him.
Hey, yo, old girl and her mama up here for you. So I hang up. I'm looking through the coolers and I can see them coming. So now I'm hiding behind the yogurts. And I hear, Markel, you back there? You got my daughter pregnant. You better come out here before I tell my uncle to come up here. You don't want my brother to come up here, her uncle. So I came out them yogurts. I said, ma'am, no disrespect, but I never had an orgasm in your daughter. She was like, you lying. She said she pregnant. I said, ma'am, I'm at work. I'm going to have to come over to y'all house when I get off. So she's like, all right. I knew I wasn't going over there. Fired my little car up. The whole time it's warming up, I'm thinking, what if she bring her uncle up here on me? Let me go over there. I go over there. As soon as I pull up, her mama come out. Not even her. You can leave. She lied. She's not pregnant. Ooh, she ain't had to say no more. I was out the driveway before she was even done talking.
Yeah.
Never heard from her again. About 2 weeks later, Dion baby mama, I see her. She looking for him. So I call him. He working in the freezer. Hey, man, your baby mama up here. All right. He said, all right. He go running right. Nigga, you don't never run out to the floor when somebody up here for you. You talk to them through the cooler. You got to open the coolers, bro. So he run out there. I get back to my little dairy. He ain't on the floor. She ain't on the floor. They gone. It was a dude we called Short Dog. He used to come hoop with us. Remember Short Dog came and hoop with us at U of M? Little short dude I worked with. Little Divine. So he came in there on my dairy. He was like, hey, man, you know, Dion was out there fighting his baby mama.
They was fighting?
Fighting. So that's what Short Dog said. They weren't fighting. She was fighting. Dion wasn't. So I went to the freezer. Dion's in the freezer. You know, he's about a little bit lighter than us. I'm looking. Man, his whole neck was light skinned. She had scratched him up. He was bloody. So I'm like, bro, look, you got to leave her alone, man. He like, man, I know it was like the third time she did it. Me and him got real tight at Kroger. Like, we was cool, like, through school and everything, but we got real tight at Kroger. And I just remember, like, man, I'm about to quit, bro. Like, I'm about to go back. Charlie Harris, he used to come up there and buy milk, like, once a week, milk and bread. Talk to him. He was telling me he was about to retire. Talk to him. He was like, man, look, you need to go be a CEO. That's how you make money.
No, I'm going to tell you some funny thing
About Charlie?
We was hooping one day. So I used to go hoop at all these runs. So I was at International one day, and I remember telling you to come up there and hoop with us. So you came. You, Mike. This one, Mike was selling his little weed.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I'm talking about? When you said, he was like, okay, you know, want to get some weed. You said, man, go ask him right there.
I told him go ask Charlie. Hey, man, go ask him right there. Charlie had game, too.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Hey.
Man, that junk was funny.
This boy crazy. But I told Dion, I said, man, look, you know that cop that be coming up here, he said COs make money. Dion was like, man, you know, I ain't finished school. So I'm like, at the time, because I remember when I got in Kroger, they was like, you got to have your high school diploma, unless you not graduated yet, you can work these amount of hours. So I'm like, how you work here, bro? With like no GED or no high school diploma. And he was like, man, Tracy looked out for me. Like,
Who's
she
Tracy?
see, he started there when he was 16. He started when he was 16, and she promoted him to freezer. So freezer is not a manager position, but it's like a manager position. It's a managing title. So she promoted him because he had dropped out. Like, he just started working there when he was 16. He had like a year in 17, so he dropped out at 17. Didn't go back to school, didn't have no high school diploma, the GED or nothing. So she promoted him so he couldn't get fired. So he just kept that job. So he was like, he didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, man, you know, like whatever. You know, I had dropped out of school and didn't do my thing, and I went back like right after GM.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, man, like I was feeling bad for him, whatever the case may be. So I left Kroger, quit, whatever, did my thing. And then like 3 years later, I remember I was getting ready to start at the prison. So I see one of the dudes that was trying to hate on me at Kroger. Remember I told you I used to hate Kroger. So third shift, I unlock the door, go home, go to sleep, wake up, come back, act like I was there all night. So this dude used to hate me. Seen him at one of the Krogers in Mount Morris and was like, hey, man, like, where Dion at? And he told me, like, man, Dion managing Kroger over on La-Di-Da.
Damn.
And I'm like, that's what's up. Like, if anybody deserved that, it's him, because he was at Kroger, dog, for like 12, 13 years, and he wasn't even 30. Like, he was
crazy.
like 28 for like
that's why now I'm like,
years
damn,
in.
I'm like, still?
He's still there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he run that thing. So,
That's it.
okay, now.
All right, so let's is outro this. In this.
You got it?
You got it. Ain't no video.
Oh, good. Even better. All right. So, yeah, that was episode 3 of I'm Not Hooping Today. Hosted by me, Markel and TK. See you next time.